I'm joined by Joël RUET, an economist who specialises in emerging economies and the chairman of the Bridge Tank. Thank you very much for being with us on France 24. First of all, we've just heard the European Union's response. They say they're going to coordinate their efforts better. They're going to offer more money to help shore up the economy. How do you rate the different responses around the world, starting with Europe?
Well, coordination at last in Europe. We've been expecting it, There's coordination on finance, which is good. There will be, we hope, coordination on the real economy, especially for the small and medium enterprises. We're looking for more details in the coming couple of days. We've been waiting long for a coordination on the health side, and we see that so far, scientists in different countries have a different ear to the leaders, and some countries might be overreacting, some other countries might be long, so the EU, we hope, will need to have a more coordinated reaction. That's for Europe. Now, what we observe also something extremely interesting for the last, I would say, couple of weeks, is China developing an international aid towards many countries. It started with Iran. It is offering its aid and help and medical assistance to Africa and even to Europe. That's pretty new.
Using the knowledge that it's picked up from the fact that the epidemic broke out in Wuhan.
Using the knowledge which was shared already through the WHO and through whoever wanted to listen, but has not been implemented so far. As they were also, it was blurred, the message was blurred with many criticisms against China, and offering also the technical assistance, the factories that can produce masks and the physical assistance, which they managed to develop over the last couple of months.
There was some criticism of the Chinese response early on, wasn't there? Beijing was accused of trying to cover up the extent of the number of cases, that there was misinformation, that people were not getting the information they needed. Was that criticism fair?
Devil lies always in the details. We might never know, but what is sure is two things. First of all, it's a novel virus. We so far don't know everything about it. And the second thing which is sure is that, again, if we look at the diversity of answers within the EU, some people might say that some countries have been delayed, some countries are tougher, etc. And some might discuss whether toughness gives an answer. So even at home, we don't know. So to discuss about China, we'll need a lot of research afterwards. So I think what's more urgent is not to discuss whether people have been early, not early, but to share as much information as we can, to coordinate as many policies as we can, and to listen to the scientists.
Do you think the level of global cooperation on this has been satisfactory?
No, not at all. Not at all. The coordination is now starting through the central banks. It might continue on the economy, even though we saw, surprisingly risky decisions on the side of Russia and Saudi Arabia on oil. But on the side of medicine and containing together pandemics, we're far down what we would expect from a real global health security governance.
What mistakes have been made, would you say?
Well, first of all, we've not prepared. It was a foretold crisis. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation 3 years ago announced a major epidemics within 15 years. Well, it's been much less. The WHO itself, in its preparedness report on the last quarter, said that we're not ready. Now, when it cracked in China, whichever the response in China, we've had in the rest of the world 2 months to analyze, to get ready, to work on our preparedness, the way the WHO recommended us to do. In most parts of the world, we've not done it. Not much in Europe, pretty nothing in the US, and we've not used the information that was existing.
Joël RUET, thank you very much.
I thank you.